Hello and welcome to our letter of the day video. Today's letter is the letter Y. Letter Y looks like this. There's uppercase and lowercase y. Y is for yawn. So if you joined me for calendar time today, you probably remember seeing Sue yawning today. She was giving you a hint at our letter of the day lesson and theme. The sign language for letter Y looks like this. You have to stick out your pinky and stick out your thumb. That's the letter Y. It kind of looks like uppercase Y. There's like a V on the top and a line going down. Let's see if we can remember all our sign language letters, okay? Let's start all the way back with letter A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y. Oh, sorry. Y. And tomorrow we're going to do Z. I've already pulled it out for tomorrow, but we'll save that one. So today's letter is Y, and Y is for yawn. And we're going to be decorating the letter Y like somebody that's yawning. This is super, super cute. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to color the Y with yellow because yellow starts with letter Y. And that's our color for today. So let's color the yellow Y. Okay, and now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make two little legs right here. So just draw a line that goes straight down the middle on the bottom. The next thing that I did already was I cut out a circle. You can use any color you want. I just chose blue. I'm going to glue the circle right to the middle. That's going to be his head. And then I cut out two little hands. They kind of look like mittens. And so I'm going to glue those onto the top, just like that. Okay, the last thing we're going to do is we are going to give him a sleepy face. So the way you make a sleepy face is you just make these kind of like letter U shapes right there. And then we're going to give him a mouth that looks like an oval. He's making a really big yawn. So there you have it. There's a yawning letter Y. Now that we know what letter Y looks like, let's see if we can write the letter Y. Okay, to write the letter Y, we're going to make a letter V on the top. It looks like those arms that are stretched up, getting ready to yawn. All right, and so then a line straight down at the bottom, just like the one we decorated. All right, so on the handwriting house, you're going to put that letter V part upstairs. And then you're going to come to the bottom point, and you're just going to draw a line straight down. So it's a V upstairs, and then draw a line straight down, just like that. A V upstairs, and then there's a line straight down. That's the uppercase letter Y. Okay, now let's talk about the lowercase letter Y. So today, if you have a stuffed animal, you can get it because we're going to be using it for math time. But right now, let me talk about letter Y. When you go to the playground, do you ever take a toy? Do you ever take your favorite stuffed animal? Well, we're going to pretend that we're at the playground, and there are two slides here. There's a little slide and there's a big slide. Let's put your teddy bear on the little slide. There he is. And you're getting so big. Let's put you on the big slide, okay? So there's a little slide for your teddy bear and a big slide for you. You're getting so big that this slide is going to go all the way down into the basement, just like our teenager letters. So make the little slide for your stuffed animal and then the big slide for you. Slide, slide. This one can be a little bit tricky. Go to the top of the downstairs here and then make a diagonal line and then go all the way back up to the top. Just move over a little bit. And then you're going to make another diagonal line the other way. So it's going to go right beside where you left off. So you're going to try to get them to touch. All right, so this is the lowercase letter Y. Now the letter Y sounds like this. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Can you try to make that sound? Y says yeah, 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 as in yawn. Y says yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, when do you usually yawn? I don't know about you, but I yawn when I am really sleepy. So we're going to play a little game right now. We always like to play a game that helps us to remember what the letter sounds are. Okay, so for this game, we're going to pretend that we're going to sleep. We're going to yawn and stretch, pretend that we're going to sleep. And when the bell beeps, we're going to wake up. It's time for school. Are you ready? Okay, what does letter Y say? Letter Y says, yeah, 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 as in yawn. Let's yawn and stretch. Let's go to sleep. Wake up, it's time for school, wake up. Want to play that one more time? What does letter Y say? Letter Y says, yeah, 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 as in yawn. Good night, let's go to sleep. Wake up, it's time for school. Well, you did a great job remembering what letter Y sounds like. Y says yeah, as in yawn, and that's your clue today as we do our blending. Can you tell me what the vowels are? The vowels are A, E, I, O, and U. Good job. Okay, so now let's put the letter Y with each of these and blend the two sounds together. You ready? Yeah, ah, yeah, yeah. Y, eh, yeah, yeah. Y, eh, yeah, yeah. Good. Y, ah, yeah, yeah. Y, yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go back and read some real words, okay? The first one I want to say yak. So what letter says k, k, k? That's letter C or K, but we're going to use K for this word. They both make the same sound. Yak, yak. Okay, for the next one, I want this to say yes. So what letter says S, like a snake? That's letter S. Yes, yes. The next one, I want to say yip. So what letter says p, 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 like popcorn? That's the letter P. Yip, yip. The next one, I want to say yawn. So what letter says n, 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 as in no? That's letter N. Yawn, yawn. The last one, I want to say yum. What letter says mm? That's letter M. Let's read yum, yum. Well, you did such a great job blending and reading. I have some more things I want you to read. These are some sight words. So the first sight word is come. Can you say come? Come. The next word is here. Can you say that? Here. This word is you. You. Let's try that again. Come here, you. So we're going to read a sight word reader, and everything in the pictures that you're going to see starts with the letter Y. Y, 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 as in yawn. Okay, so here we go. We're going to be right here first. Come here, you. What's that? Yarn. Maybe your ball of yarn rolled away and you say, come here, you yarn. Let's try the next one, okay? Come here, you yak. Come here, you yak. The last one you might say if you're getting hungry, come here, you yogurt. Come here, you yogurt, so I can eat you up. Well, our color today is next, and our color starts with the letter Y. It's the color yellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Like the early morning sun when the day has just begun. Y-E-L-L-O-W spells yellow. Well, I have something fun for our shape practice today. I want to show you this little boy, and this little boy is getting sleepy, and his yawns are going to be different shapes. Can you help me to know what they are? Oh, he's getting sleepy. What shape is this yawn? That's a big yawn. It's a circle. Good. Whoa, what shape is this yawn? That's a square. That's more like it. What shape is this yawn? That's an oval. Whoa, he looks like a bird. What shape is this yawn? It's a diamond or a rhombus. Good. What shape is this yawn? That's a rectangle. What shape is this yawn? He looks like Mermaid Man. That's a star. What shape is this yawn? It has 5 sides. Pentagon. What shape is this yawn? It has 6 sides. Hexagon. Wow, this is the biggest yawn of all. This has 8 sides. What shape is it? It's an octagon. Good job. Well, today for art, we're going to be making a puppet, and our puppet's going to be a yawning puppet. So let's head over to the art table, okay? For art today, you're just going to need a paper bag and some red paper or a red marker and some glue. So we're going to make a puppet that yawns. So when you yawn, you open your mouth really wide and people can see your tongue. So we're going to put a tongue right inside here. So lift this little flap on the bag and let's put a tongue right there. Next, we're going to decorate the face, and we're going to make it look like a sleepy face. So I am going to put some sleepy eyes on here like this. These kind of look like the letter U. And I'm going to put some eyelashes. So it looks like he's asleep. Well, you can decorate your paper bag puppet any way that you'd like. You can put clothes on it or hair. But I'm going to come around now and we're going to see if this puppet can yawn. So here I am with my yawning puppet. I'm just going to put my hand inside and let's see if he will yawn. Oh, he can yawn. How cute is that? Oh, he looks really tired. So let's let him rest and let's do some science together. Do you remember when we were playing the game and I was pretending to snore? The stuff that I was breathing out is called carbon dioxide. We breathe in oxygen. We breathe out carbon dioxide. Well, for our science project today, we're going to be making some carbon dioxide. This is called Sleeping Beauty Fizzy Science Experiment. So let's head back over this time to do science. We're back over at our project table, and I just have a shallow pan, and inside of it, I'm going to be putting some baking soda. When you're doing science and you use baking soda, you call it a base. So the baking soda is my base. I'll shake it around and make it fill the bottom. Now I'm going to be using these. These are acids. This is vinegar that I've colored pink and blue. These are two colors that you might see if you watch the movie Sleeping Beauty. Well, I'm going to be mixing a base with an acid. And when that happens, a reaction takes place. So anytime you mix a base and an acid, if something happens, we call that a reaction. So let's see what reaction we get when we mix this acid with this base. Whoa, that's quite a reaction. Let's put some blue in there too. Wow, let me give you a closer view at what's happening. When I mix the acid, the vinegar, and the base, the baking soda, it makes bubbles. And those bubbles are carbon dioxide, the same thing that you breathe out. So that's pretty cool. Look at all those carbon dioxide bubbles. And I like the pretty colors too. Well, we're going to come back over and do story time now. I think you're going to like this story. For story time today, we're going to be reading a story that is called 20 Yawns. 20 Yawns by Janie Smiley. The beach umbrella was flapping in the breeze. Not far from the waves, Lucy was digging a hole all by herself. It got so big that her dad could lie down in it. When he did, she covered him up. They laughed and laughed. Then he took her hand and they ran into the water. A big wave came in and he swung her into the sky. Lucy walked with Mom and Dad all the way to the end of the beach. On the way back, Lucy rolled and rolled down the soft, warm dunes. Even though she got dizzy and sandy, she didn't want to stop. Mom and Dad and Lucy stayed longer at the beach than they ever had before. Lucy yawned. Mom yawned. And Dad yawned too. Mom said, "Early bedtime." Outside Lucy's bedroom, the sun was sinking below the horizon. Strips of clouds were pink and blue, just like our science experiment today. Lucy put on her pajamas on inside out and climbed into bed and made a big yawn. Mom began to read her story. Once upon a time, there lived a wonderful little boy named Fred. He was perfect in every way, or so his mother said. Lucy stretched and smiled. She gave a big, big, big yawn and closed her eyes. Mom stopped reading. She was asleep. The moon shone through the window, a silver veil that fell across the floor. Everything looked mysterious, even Lucy's own hands on the bedspread. Suddenly, Lucy was wide awake. She looked around. Everyone in the picture seemed to be watching her. Grandma, Grandpa, Aunt Elizabeth, Mom and Dad, even Fred and the book that Mom had dropped on the floor. Lucy slipped out of bed and padded to the door. Her dad was snoring in the living room. The house was very quiet. Lucy needed her stuffed bear Molasses. He was wedged beneath Hornet the giraffe, Juno the horse, Matilda the alligator, Frank the kangaroo, and his baby Leonard. Swoosh! All the toys fell to the floor. Lucy started to carry Molasses the bear back to her bed, but the other toys were looking at her. Even Leonard the baby kangaroo. They seemed lonely. So one by one, she brought them over to her bed and dropped them in a patch of moonlight. She spread her blankie over them and kissed them good night. Now they looked happy and sleepy. Lucy lay down and snuggled in next to her friends. She sighed a big, happy sigh, and she yawned. She saw Grandma yawn. She saw Grandpa yawn. She saw Aunt Elizabeth yawn. She saw Mom yawn. She saw Dad yawn. She saw Fred the boy in the book yawn. And she even saw the moon yawn. Lucy put her arms around Molasses. He seemed especially tired. Then she gave him one last yawn and fell asleep. Well, do you ever sleep with your stuffed animals? We're going to do one last math idea, and it was a little hard for us to do this virtually, so I'm going to explain it to you and let you do it for yourself. So I bet you have lots of stuffed animals. So take a look at this. This is a bar graph. So we're going to see if you can decide which animals you have and how many of each. So let me show you how this works. Then I'll put the link below so you can get a copy of this. The first one says bear. So look around and see how many bears you have. You can color in one bar for each bear that you have at your house. Let's just say you have 3 bears. Next, it says bunnies. Do you have any stuffed bunnies? Look around and color the number of bars for the number of bunnies you have. The next one says cat, and then dog, bird, fish, and other. Other could be any other kinds of animals, like a unicorn, or a stuffed pig, or cow, or a mouse, like Mickey or Minnie Mouse, maybe. So once you get this all filled in, it'll be easy for you to see which has the most. Maybe let's just say you have 3 cats. I bet you have a lot of others, so I'll add another one there. All right, then it'll be easy like this for you to tell how many has the most. Looks to me like other has the most. The other animals win. Which has the least? Well, the dog and the fish, there weren't any of those. Which ones had the same? The same number of bunnies and birds are shown on the bar graph, and also the same number of bears and cats. So do you see how a bar graph works? See if you can look at all the stuffed animals around your house, color in one bar for each one, and have fun doing your math today. I had a great time learning about letter Y, and I'll see you next time for letter Z. Goodbye.